Alright, before I go on ranting away, I'm trying to open your mind. I'm trying to have you understand things, how things are done and all that stuff, what I have learned. But also would like to say that I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I'm just a dude on the YouTube who by a hobby, as a hobby, likes to make these videos. And hopefully people will find some educational usefulness out of these videos. Why am I making this video? Is to show you some things. RETA. Today, I bought some options under the March 17 strike price 70. Bought some put options to contracts, and also 59 days away as well under 70 about to put options, contract options. Why did I do that? Well, because let's see where I am here. Because of this. This is pharmaceutical. They reported that they came up with a cure or something. I have no idea what it was, but I read it for a little bit, and right away I made some money off of it before I jumped in again. This is my second time jumping in under the put options, buying put options against it. Why am I doing that? First of all, it's a pharmaceutical company. Second, it's not going to go up there. It jumped too quickly. Like, look, overnight from $31, $31.21 to 93 or 95 high, $95, right? And that to me is a red flag. Why? It's not because, you know, company said that they came up with a cure. Let's see if I can find these are the news under the sticker. I couldn't find it, but anyways, I did see it and I read it. And why did I go against this company? It's a pharmaceutical company. That's why. Well, why? Again, your question should be why. Well, here's the thing. Now we're gonna jump into a conspiracy theory. It's a pharmaceutical company. How does pharmaceutical company make money? Making chemical type of quote unquote drugs, right? But who are they targeting? The sick. Now imagine if the company came up with the cure and there would be less and less sick in the world or United States. Do you think that pharmaceutical company is gonna be happy not making money anymore because they keep curing everybody? Come on, use your brain cells. This video is educational, but also to open your mind to realize what is going on in this world. I mean, if you don't believe, if you think that I am full of it, right? That I'm full of shit, that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that if pharmaceutical company came up with a cure, that everything is going to be fine, then I challenge you. I challenge you to come up with a cure. You come up with a cure. Because I know if I came up with a cure, I'll probably disappear. Not like I'll run. No. I'll be dead. Somebody will freaking end my life. So I challenge you. You come up with a cure. And you start bragging about it. Alright? See how long you're gonna last. I can guarantee you're not gonna last long. You're gonna disappear, if you know what I mean. Alright? So that's why I love to go against these pharmaceuticals. I don't like to do it on any company, but when I hear pharmaceutical jumped 200%, I'm like, what is it? Is it pharmaceutical? Yes. put options, buy put options, short it right away. Why? Didn't I just say it? Why? All right, that's one thing that I did. Tesla bought 2 shares yesterday, sold 2 shares today. Here's another thing that I'm trying. Again, it's educational video, a little bit of conspiracy. If you believe it, if you don't, I don't really care. It's, my belief, my understanding of the world. Your point of view is probably different than mine, and that's fine, because we're not all the same. We have different point of view of the world. We observe different data. We interpret differently, right? Everybody does it, So, yeah. Why? Your question here would be, why did I sell 2 shares, right, of Tesla if I am in a loss? I am losing money under Tesla. I have 86 shares. I had 88 until I came back from work and I sold 2 shares, and I have 86. Why is it that I sold 2 shares? You might be thinking, oh, he probably lost money on those 2 shares that he sold. If you're thinking that, you're wrong. Well, why is that? Well, go back to this chart and observe this chart, please. All right, you see all these buys bought here. 168 bought 11 shares of 161, 10 shares of 148, 10 shares of 125, 10 shares of 108. And then you see all these red ones. These are the sells. I sold 1 shares of 113, 2 shares of 119, and so on and on and on and on and on until I sold 1 share at 212. But yet again, I showed you that I am losing money under Tesla. So why am I so confident that I'm in profit? Well, if you watch my previous videos, I like to keep repeating myself. Again, just to burn this stuff into your brain cells, not to manipulate you, all right? To open up your brain cells to knowledge of what is going on and how to avoid certain things and all that stuff, to make you understand better, right? You don't have to do what I do, but it is nice to know that you can do it too. Get it? All right. Why? This account has been changed. What has been changed in this account? The stock lot. If you don't know what that is, research it. If you don't know how to change it, call your broker and ask them to explain it to you and walk you through how to change tax lots. If you have never changed your tax lot is under the first in, first out. What does that mean? It means whenever you bought shares, the first share that you ever bought under that ticker symbol, no matter how many shares after that you bought, that first share will be sold first when you decide to sell it. Get it? Now, what did I change under that tax lot? I changed the first in, first out to low cost first out. What does that mean? It means the last 10 shares that you see here, I hope that you see it, 10 shares here that I bought under $108. Those shares, whenever I sell, under those shares will be pulled 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, how many times I sold until I sell all these 10 shares under that lot, under this bunch of 10 shares that I bought. Those are the ones that are going to be sold first. And the ones that I bought first, right, they're going to sit there under the 86 shares that I still have. They're still in it. But when did I buy the first 10 or 20 shares? Oh, trust me, you don't want to know. Stock price was over $300. So yeah, to understand better is, as you can see, I sold up to here is 10 shares I sold. That means at $196 I completely sold out all these 10 shares that I bought at 108. But then, as you can see here, this is the 11th share that I sold. You see in between, I haven't bought anything. Why? Because you don't see these green ones. So where did this share come from? Under what bunch or lot did this share come from? Under this lot. This is the second lowest cost bunch that I bought at $125. That share came from. So now again, when I bought 2 shares yesterday, I sold 2 shares today. Where do you think these shares came from? Under what lot? I'll give you a few seconds to try and figure out where they came from. I know you're smart enough. It's easy. I just told you. From this lot. Because this lot has been sold out. But this lot hasn't been sold out yet. So now, if you do the math, a little math, right? I bought 10 shares at 125, and from this point and this point, 3 shares I sold. So 10 minus 3 is 7. I still have 7 shares left that are at a low cost of $125. Do you see how that works? Do you see why I'm trying to open your mind? Burn this into your brain cells? So you know, so you're not lost? I know I'm not very good at explaining things, but I'm trying. I'm trying to open your mind on possibilities and how to, or figure out on how you can make money, even though you're losing money, or I'm losing money, but I still make, some money by, knowing, learning and knowing how to go around certain things. Okay, so yeah, and plus I want to say about Tesla is going to go up this year. I don't care what you think about Tesla company. After the Investors Day, it was a little disappointing that they didn't have good speakers at that. I mean, that female lady, she was really good. She did a good job. I don't know for the rest of the engineers, man. It's I know that what they're trying to do to explain what they do and all that stuff, but when it comes to speaking, being a spokesperson, they really need somebody to. It's okay if they speak their mind, if they explain how they do it, what they did and all that stuff, but they should have a translator right there, right then, with those engineers to sum it up at the end after they spoke their what they did and all that stuff. They should have somebody who sums it up with few words, inspiring words, to explain to everybody, to speak in English, all right, so everybody can understand what they're trying to accomplish, instead of they just ranting away. And I was bored, man. I was yawning, and I was like, my God, what is going on with this? But it was good. There was really good stuff that they were mentioning, and yes, investors, big investors, they're gonna it's gonna take them a while to process all that information that they gave out, and but after they realize that Tesla is going to be the top, I mean, Tesla is the top dog of EVs. It's just they're still debating, all right, which is no brainer, but you have to understand that big guys, they're gonna spend a lot of money, right, to invest, so they have right to be skeptical, all right. But Toyota is the biggest car manufacturing company in the world. They just now decided to go EV. Just now, like recently, like a few days ago, literally. And I believe that they are the only ones that can probably catch up to Tesla, but not right away, not in a year or two. No, no, no. It's gonna take them a decade, 10 years, right? It's gonna take them about 10 years to catch up to Tesla. Once they catch up to Tesla, then you can. But I still there's gonna be so many. By that time, Tesla is gonna collect so many fans of Tesla that it's gonna be hard for Toyota to bring in fans. But as I said, Tesla is gonna be for a very long time #1 EV company, and it's not financial advice, right? I'm just, as I said at the beginning, I like to rant away. Am I right about it? Am I wrong? It is not for you to say. It is for you to think about, and not, I don't go and tell people that bash Tesla, that have bad things about Tesla. I don't go and make videos about them, tell them, hey, you guys are wrong and all that stuff. I don't care what they say, right? I do my own research, and I use my own brain cells. I don't use somebody else's brain cells to figure out, hey, Tesla is gonna go. It's gonna be, it is #1 EV, but it's gonna get even better. This year, I'm hoping that Tesla is gonna break 350 by the end of this year. Tesla price shares, unless freaking Elon, which, to be honest, I find that guy to be an idiot. Literally, you might think that he's a genius. He's no genius. This is another thing that I wanna speak up about Elon, is that man is no genius. All right, you can comment below that I'm wrong, but hear me out. All right, give me a chance to explain it. Why? He is regurgitating or repeating what genius actually told him, which, if he has any genius, probably very smart people or engineers that told him what they were doing, how are they achieving their goals and all that stuff, and he would listen to them. So he's a good listener, and he tries to repeat what they told him, how they are doing their jobs, right? So on that, yeah, he's educated. I'm a high school dropout, right? But I can tell you, I noticed that he's not that smart. He's not that smart. I mean, he's educated. I give him that. He's very well educated, and he listens to his engineers and whoever he has. They're on top of everybody else, right? He listens to them, and then when interviewers ask him questions, you can tell that he doesn't really know, all the details, but he just repeats what someone told him. He tries. He thinks about it. Just watch him. He starts to think about. That's a sign of him trying to remember what did that engineer tell me about certain uh, machines or algorithms or this and that, how it's been accomplished, how it's been done, and he tries to remember it and tries to put it in words, and he just goes and says a few words with almost like pausing. Every couple of words he says, he pauses, right? So yeah, that tells me that that man is not a genius, but he is an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. I'll give him that, but he's no genius. He's not even that smart. He's educated, not that smart. Why? Just look. He freaking spent 45 or 44 billion dollars. What he could accomplish it with hundreds of millions of dollars with his engineer or software engineers, AI engineers, whatever, and make his own Twitter. He spent 44 or 45 billion dollars. It's like, come on, man. How stupid can you be? Other social platforms were doing the same thing, fighting for freedom of speech. Spotify, they don't care. They don't care what you say on Spotify. They don't care about your political views. They have everybody. You say something about Trump, they don't care. You say something about Biden, they don't care. It's your opinion. It's freedom of speech. Right? So I don't get it. That's all that I want to say. I don't want to go into it anymore. I'm just saying that he's not that smart. There you go. He's an entrepreneur. I'll give him that. He's a businessman. I'll give him that. But not that smart. All right? So there's no way. You say that he's a genius. He's no genius. He's educated. Yep. That is that for that segment. Boeing. I'm watching Boeing right now very closely. Why? Well, they're up. They're way up. On a daily, as you can see. Let's see daily. Under here. Daily chart. High 221. Today they jumped to 215. So next week, if they go up to 217, break 217, get to 220, but I doubt it. 218 looks like it's the ceiling, or it's the resistance it's going to be. They hit 218 on Monday. I am buying puts against Boeing. Okay? Yeah. Why? Well, look, they're in a loss. $1.75. They're not in profit. Yeah, they have good news. Sometimes they have bad news as well. I mean, most of the time they have bad news. Sometimes they have good news. And their stock price goes up, right? Well, I like it when their stock price goes up. Why? So I can short it. So I can buy puts against it. So that is my plan. Now you know. My plan. I'm not a financial advisor. Alright, I do lose money, a whole lot. But hey, it's not a gamble. It's just, I've been watching this stock for a very long time. I made money, a whole lot of money off of this stock as well in previous years. And I'm probably going to make money off of it. In next, how many years I have to live, or how many years I'm willing to trade. So yeah, I'm hoping they're gonna hit. If I see them hit this 220, oh my god, I'm gonna go nuts on put options. I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna be dancing if they hit this 220 by the end of next week. All right, that is my plan for that. SPY? Yeah. Oh, I got rid of SPY. Why? If you don't know who Meet Kevin is, you should check him out on YouTube. He's a really good analyst. He's very good, man. like he really goes into details. Why are they good? Why are they bad? And all that stuff. And I'm not a good analyst. I do analyze a little bit of company, but I'm just not that good at it. It's really hard to get into it, to understand everything, what the financials and all that stuff. I'm not educated. As I said, I'm a high school dropout, so I'm not that well educated. But I can tell you that meet Kevin, that's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing, right? So he keeps saying that SPY might S&P 500, which is this is the SPY, which is the kind of discount price for S&P 500 ETF that you can invest in, buy in. That it's gonna go down this year. He keeps saying it, he keeps doing it, and when he keeps doing this, keeps saying over and over these things, right? And he's bullish. He's bullish on Tesla, right? He's bullish on Tesla, but he's bearish on SPY, S&P 500. And I'm like, dude, I've been watching him for over a year. So far, it's been good. So he's bearish on SPY, and said, okay, I only had like 4 shares. I had like 10 shares total, and I kept selling when I was in profit. I kept selling, and I never bought any more when they dipped here, as you can see, because my chart didn't tell me that it's oversold, so I didn't bother buying anymore, and I sold the last 4 shares. I was like, if Kevin says they're gonna go down this year, I kind of believe him, but we'll see. That's why I'm making this video, for the record. If he's right, let's see if he's right. If he's right, hey, if they drop, right? They drop down like 20%. Well, some analysts, not just him, but some analysts say that it's gonna drop like 50%, another 50%. I'm like, another 50%? Damn, right? If they do, I'll turn around and I'll stop buying. I'm not gonna forget about SPY. I'm gonna wait for the opportunity for that 50% off. I'm gonna wait for it, and I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna keep buying, and then when they go back up, when they rally up, then you're gonna see me selling. That is how I trade. And I always say, don't be afraid to collect profit. Wall Street, believe me, they collect their profits every single day. But they tell you to, keep your shares for long term because of the taxes and all that stuff. If you're not making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you're not making millions of dollars, don't worry about paying taxes. You should be happy paying taxes on your profit. If you're not making hundreds and millions of dollars, don't worry, take your profits. You're not a millionaire, all right? I always take my profits. Why? Because I know that I'm not gonna pay that much of taxes, because my tax brackets, it's between 0 and 10%. All right? I'm not a millionaire. I wish I was. Then yeah, my strategy would be different, of course. But I'm not a millionaire. I don't even make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have $100,000. Okay, this is a small account. But I've been around for a while, around the stock market, and I know what's going on. So I can tell you that I am not afraid of taking profit. Every time I see a profit, what I'm afraid of is taking losses, which I do have losses, a lot of losses. I'm afraid of that. That's my fear. Taking profit, I have no fear of taking profit. Easy. Middle of the night, wake me up. Tell me I'm in profit, I'll take it. Wake me up in the middle of the night, tell me that I'm in a loss. You're gonna scare the shit out of me. Yeah. Alright, so that's it for that. And yeah, there's nothing else that I want to talk about. I know this video is going to be long, but as I said, I like to rant away, but it might be educational. If you listen, if you don't, hey, whatever, man. It's your loss, right? Until next video, peace.